Hi, my name is Mike Haber from the Jim Church School of Underwater Photography, and I'm here to talk to you today about camera bags. Specifically, the kind of camera bag you use as carry-on luggage when you travel from location to location by airplane. Now, I travel quite a bit during the course of the year by plane, so I've become sort of an expert as to what I like to see in a carry-on camera bag. I have to take with me not only camera equipment, but computer equipment, hard drives, cables, cards, all sorts of essentials that I have to have with me on location. So, I just ordered and received my new airport security bag by ThinkTank. I chose this bag because it happens to be the largest of their rolling carry-on camera bags. This particular bag is going to take the place of two bags that I carry with me currently. So, what I want to do is open up the ThinkTank bag. You'll see that there's a handy lock in the front of it. And let's take a look at some of the features that we've got on the ThinkTank bag. When you open it up, you'll notice they've got a nice suggestion plate to tell you what you want to put inside the bag and where you want to put it. And there's ample storage space. Plus, what I like about it is that the pockets are deep. That allows me to put my camera bodies in the bag going sideways, and that utilizes the least amount of space when I put my camera equipment in there. So what I'm going to do in a few minutes is I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to set it up the way that I would like to have it set up, and we're going to take a look as to whether or not this fits my needs as my current carry-on bag. Before we get into the ThinkTank bag, let's take a look at what I'm using right now. I have been for a number of years utilizing a Tamrac CyberPack 8. Now I love this bag. This bag has served me very well for a number of years. One of the problems about this bag though is it's a backpack. And my backpack days are a little bit behind me. I find it getting a little bit more difficult each trip lugging 30, 40 pounds of equipment on my back. Now, the ThinkTank bag is a rolling bag, so that allows me to wheel it as opposed to lug it. Also, in addition to this bag, I also find that I've got to have another bag, a supplemental bag, that allows me to carry my cables, my batteries. It also has my hard drives in there, my backup hard drives. And the CyberPack allows me to put a laptop in there, but then so does the ThinkTank. So let's take a look right now at what I have inside my CyberPack and inside this supplementary bag. So we're going to have to find out whether or not the ThinkTank bag is going to handle it. Well, obviously we're going to find lenses in here, filters, camera bodies, more filters, another camera body, a big lens, batteries, battery chargers, another battery charger. Always have to have backup. Lens cleaning equipment. In addition to that, in the upper portion of this bag, I've got a variety of lens cleaning equipment, cards, all sorts of other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this stuff out of this bag, and we're going to find a place for it in the ThinkTank bag. As I said, in my secondary bag, hard drives, cables, all sorts of things that I need to have with me when I travel. So I'm going to take a break now. I'm going to reset up the ThinkTank bag to the way that I like it, and then we're going to come back and take a look at what I was able to put in it. Before I begin the process of reconfiguring this bag to suit my needs, let me point out a few of the features of this bag. First of all, on the front of the bag, we've got a nice pocket here that will fit a computer sleeve. So my laptop goes in the front of the bag. Also, we've got a pocket in the front to hold all sorts of little items. Could be cards, could be lens cleaning materials. On this side of the bag, we've got another handy deep pocket for putting whatever. The back of the bag, it holds backpacking material. So, if you wanted to put this on your back, if you were crazy enough to do that, you've got backpack straps in there. But that's the whole reason I went to this bag, because it's got wheels and I don't want to backpack anymore. Also, on the top of the bag, there's a nice space here that will allow us to release the handle. Very sturdy handle. What comes with the bag when you open it up? You've got extra straps. You've got ample supplies of additional separation material. And what I like about this separation material is that it's very sturdy. So I wouldn't feel all that concerned when I went someplace and got to a smaller plane that's not going to allow any carry-on luggage. If I had to gate check this bag, I believe that my camera equipment would survive quite well because of the sturdiness of this particular bag. Also, we've got a rain sleeve that's included. So in the event that you're carrying this, you run into some inclement weather, it'll only take you a couple seconds to pop this on. What I'm going to do now is, as I said, I'm going to reconfigure the inserts in order to make that more acceptable to my needs. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, time to finish up. I spent a few minutes rearranging the inserts and getting my equipment out of the other bags and into the ThinkTank Airport Security bag. I was surprised to see not only was I able to get everything in the bag that was in both the other bags, but I do have some room to spare. I've got room here for another camera body or another lens. This is a lens that's going to be in there that is the lens that's on the camera shooting this right now, so that's already assigned. But essentially, I was able to take everything from those two bags and put it in there. And so what I'm going to do very, very quickly is just yank it out again and show you how much material I was able to get in there. First of all, I was able to get my big lens in there standing straight up, which was a big space saver. Again, I told you that this bag is deep. Just as I said, my camera bodies, I like to put them in sideways. That eliminates a little bit of the extra space that if I had to put it in straight up or down. So I've got two camera bodies in here. And this so far is without double layering anything. I've got lenses. Again, I said that I've got room for another lens in here. I've got some cables. Depending upon where I'm traveling, I've got about 20 compact flash cards in here, some lens cleaning material, another lens, some things that weren't in either of the other two bags. Batteries, for instance. We can't go anywhere without AA batteries. I've got two camera chargers. I've got 4 filters. I've got 3 backup hard drives. You'll notice I've got everything in a plastic bag. I spend a lot of time on boats. I spend a lot of time going in between a dock and the boat. God forbid anything gets a little bit extra wet. I like to keep my gear in plastic bags, at least till I get to the boat. Cables. since I teach classes on the boats, I need a number of different options for connecting to television sets that we'll find on the boat. Computer cables, camera batteries, and I've got some card readers as well. So you can see I've got a big pile of stuff that was able to go in this bag that had been in 2 bags prior. Now, is it heavy? Yeah, it's going to be a little bit heavy. I'd have to guess that this thing probably weighs about 35 pounds when I'm fully packed. But I only have to lift it when I have to put it into the overhead. And the great thing is that the ThinkTank Security bag is made to fit in your standard airliner overhead. So I'm pretty pleased with this. I'll get back to you after I've had a chance to run it through an airport or two. But right now, I think I made the best decision that I could have made. It utilizes space efficiently, as I said. I find that the sides and the protection is very, very sturdy. As I said, if I had to gate check this bag, I would have less of a problem in gate checking it than in my prior bags. So anyway, I hope this is helpful, and take a look at the ThinkTank bags. I think you'll be pleased with what you see. See you later.